Shalom, Kol Halim Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And a sincere shalom to 144,001 Now, this is some breaking news. India strikes Pakistan in aftermath of Kashmir tourist killings. So, this is, from the looks of it, another war. Nation, or I should say kingdom against kingdom, because so-called Indians and Pakistanians are the same lineage of Elam. Okay, and when you go into the scriptures, a kingdom is like a city, a country, if you will, and then a nation would be a race of people. All right, so let's dive into this. India attacked 9 sites, not one, not two, not red, not blue, but 9. India attacked 9 sites in Pakistan and Pakistani Kashmir. So Kashmir, if I'm not mistaken, is like a territory that India and Pakistan have a dispute over. It's not fully Pakistan's territory. It's not fully India's territory. On Wednesday, with Wednesday, this is May 7th. So I'm guessing it's Wednesday there, or maybe they got the timing wrong because today's Tuesday the 6th, but it might be Wednesday there. With at least 3 deaths reported, and Pakistan said it was mounting a response as the worst fighting in years erupted between the long-standing enemies. Armies of the nuclear-armed neighbors, so they both have nukes. That means they're both going to use the nukes to take out Babylon the Great. Exchanged intense shelling and heavy gunfire across their frontier in disputed Kashmir in at least 3 places, police and witnesses told Reuters. So this is officially the start of another war. You had Guyana with Venezuela had a little beef. You got a civil war going on in Congo with a civil war in Congo, and then I think Rwanda or another country next to Congo is essentially invading them. Then you got the Palestinians versus small hats, and then Russia and Ukraine, and you got Taiwan and China brewing up. It's wars breaking out. India's offensive occurred amid heightened tensions in the aftermath of an attack on Hindu tourists. Yeah, so Pakistanians, they're so-called Muslims, and then Indians are primarily Hinduism. Islamic assailants killed 26 men in April 22nd attack, the worst such violence targeted at civilians in India in nearly 2 decades. So that's 20 years. So the Most High is stirring things up, man. Let's scroll down. After the explosions, power was blacked out in Muzaffarabad, the capital of Pakistani Kashmir, witnesses said. India blamed Pakistan for the violence last month, when 26 people were killed, and vowed a response. So, and I believe through the Spirit this is going to continue. It may stay the same, may die down a little bit, it may dramatically increase, but I believe it's going to continue. Now, without further ado, let's get some scriptures, man. Let's get this best scripture to describe this situation, or I should say, the second best. I would say the second best. All right, let's get this right here. This is Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares and swords, and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. You got China over there. I had to mention China, right? China's over stocking up on grains and metals and all this food and everything. Why? Because they're making sure they got enough food piled on to where they tell their farmers, hey, no more farming. This is wartime. We mass production, of tanks, guns, drones, uh, AI chips to power these robots. Uh, they gonna pull out them flying ships from. Let me show you what I mean, man. Because people think This is fiction right here. They got these Moabites, man. They got shit like this. Let me see if I can find it. It's a more proper. Let me think. It's a more proper under a more proper illustration. I can't think of it. I can't think of what the name would be. But this is still going to be a good illustration. So just bear with me. When you see it, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. I just need to find it. All right. Hold on. Taking a while. All right, this might be it. Hold on. My my airdrop is soon. All right. I couldn't get the exact illustration I wanted, but this is pretty much this is pretty much it. All right. The illustration I was looking for, I couldn't find it, but this is good enough. So here it goes. So right here, the Chinese, so-called Chinese, they had a drone show, and with their drones, the drones made a depiction of this, like a giant flying battleship. It looks like one of them aircraft carriers that be on water, but instead of being on water, it's in the air. And they showed it pretty much look exactly like this, like a flying ship, and looks like other vehicles could land on the top. And it had guns pointing out of it on some Star Wars stuff. Um, and then they also show with their drone show Terminator robot looking like what's some things called from anime Gundams. They showed a Gundam. They have movies about it. Something dealing with the water, ocean front, ocean side. What is it called? And where they had giant robots. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Pacific Rim. All right, they showed off Pacific Rim looking technology in this drone show. So you think that's just a fictional fantasy? That no, man. It's subliminal messaging to the technology they're gonna pull out in these it's coming to World War III. This war is gonna be ridiculous. Here it goes right here. Sends it over now. This is what they were showing. Jaegers should blow up a little bit bigger. A couple seconds. They were showing this off, man. Right there. See that? That's what they were showing. And there's like they had the drones align themselves to perfectly uh paint a picture in the sky of these robots and these flying aircraft carriers and all types of stuff. So things are about to get real spooky. And you got these little skirmishes that are going to dramatically increase. Let's go to Luke, the 12th chapter, and verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it already be kindled? Verse 51. Suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. So the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is coming to bring what? Division, death, and destruction to the planet Earth. Alright? You understand? The Most High has allowed these heathen to have these insane technology. You see this robot, man? Probably got a nuclear core in it, all types of missiles and laser beams, and they can fly, and it's an advanced war machine. You see, back in the day, they just had tanks, and then they modified the tanks. Then they had the fighter planes, and then modified the fighter planes, and now it's robots. You see, a robot is really no much different than a fighter jet or a tank. It's just human shaped, torso, head, 2 arms, 2 legs. And Esau's been planning the robot stuff for a very long time. There's an illustration of one of my previous videos is an illustration showing off a robot, a Terminator from the 1920s or 1930s magazine. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Magazine robot. I think it was in the 1920s or the 1930s. Let's see. If I can't find it, you can just scroll through my videos. It might be a thumbnail. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna find it now. But when it was in 1920s or the 1930s, to show a robot just like this, the one you see with that reactor core on his chest, it was just like that. So Esau's been fantasizing his little robots, man, little his spiritual power, and you best believe he gonna chanting left hand spiritual power into the robots too, and super soldiers. And then you got these other heathen nations going to ally themselves with Esau, right? Russia, to come against the beast. Uh, Not specifically the beast, Babylon the Great, right? The whore that ride upon the beast. So Salakia. This is what's coming. Let's end this off in Mark 13 chapter, verse 8. For nation shall rise against nation. Actually, verse 7. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be. But the end shall not be yet. For nation shall rise against nation, so race wars, and kingdom against kingdom, countries going to get at it. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. So this is not the end just yet. It's just cranking it up, man. And with that, I say shalom.